Yeah, Plug Talk is the best. Only podcast where the host smash the guest. Yeah, Plug Talk is the best. Only podcast where the host smash the guest. Yeah.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Plug Talk. My name is Adam22. I am joined by my absolute snack of a candy cane of a wife, Lena the Plug.
Hi guys.
Looking like the red starburst.
I know.
And today we're having a sit-down conversation with Desiree Dulce, which I just found out is Spanish. No, Spanish for candy.
No, it's for sweet.
Sweet.
Right?
Yeah.
Candy.
Or
is
candy.
Yeah. Okay.
sweet. Okay, so now I learned a new vocabulary word in Spanish.
I love watching you say Spanish words. It just really makes me happy.
I can't roll an R.
It's the best.
It's never happened. Anyway, yeah. How you doing?
Good.
Excited to have you here. You just flew in.
Yes.
You're cramming in a lot of content into this trip, I'm assuming?
Yeah, I've got a lot of shoots and content for OF and stuff. Yeah.
How long
Definitely.
ago did you get off the flight?
What time is it?
Like 4?
It's 4.
A couple
then.
hours, maybe 2 hours.
She stopped and got a Planet Fitness membership so that she could use the gym shower before she came to see us.
Because the hotel wouldn't let you check in that early, I guess.
Yeah, well, I mean, I had to come straight from
The airport?
From the
Yeah.
airport, get my rental car, and then I mean, there wasn't even enough time to check in anywhere at that point. So I was like, well, just want to be fresh for you guys.
We're honored, and I love a hoe on the go. That's just hot to me. Like a girl who can kind of
Yeah.
get cleaned up in a public bathroom or whatever, you know?
Do they have showers at the airport? I feel like they should. I know they do in
Never
the
have I seen that.
No,
No one's ever seen
in
that.
the first class. What's the word I'm looking for? Where you can go get eat food and stuff.
The
lounge.
special lounges.
The lounges
there.
have
they-
them.
yeah,
but that's only
maybe.
if you like have first or business
If you're taking a
class.
shower at the airport, you're doing too much. If you're hitting a lounge on the way out of the airport, you're doing too much.
What if you had like a 15 or 20-hour flight
I
and
mean,
you have to go
who
do
are you
something?
impressing?
What if you're a professor and you have a big lecture to do or something? I don't know.
Professors, I feel like it's totally okay to stink.
No, it's not. It's never okay to stink.
Yeah, no.
I apologize. This is
It's
not
never-
normally how this
it's
podcast
never
goes.
okay to stink.
Okay. Let's make this less about us fighting and more
fighting.
and more about us learning about you. So, where are you from? Tell us about your upbringing.
So I grew up in Virginia. I left Virginia in 2008 actually, and spent 3 years in Japan after that. And that is way more interesting than where I grew up.
Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you do for 3 years in Japan? I'm assuming you were 18 at the time.
I was 20,
Okay.
actually. I moved there with an ex, so but it was amazing. I mean, he was military,
Okay.
so I was just living it up.
So were you in Osaka?
No, there is a base called Atsugi,
Okay.
and that's where he was stationed. But I lived in a little town called Chigasaki,
Okay.
which was a little beach town about a half hour from the base, because I just wanted to like have the real like living in Japan experience. And
How was it living in a country where you're walking around and not really hearing anyone speak English and probably had a hard time making friends?
I am so thankful for the experience. It was amazing. Like, I made some really good friends there, but it was hard because with military, people kind of like move, and then there is a language barrier, obviously, with people who were native. And I was able to make quite a few friends while I lived there because they all speak English pretty well. And they
Yeah.
learn it in school.
Japan's one of my favorite
And
places. That's why I'm so
yeah.
curious about this.
Yeah, and like they're all so nice. And when they find out, when they would find out I was American, they would get so excited and they want to practice their English.
Oh.
And you know, I was trying to practice my Japanese, so never got good at it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a really amazing time. I mean, I did not want to come back.
Really?
Yeah, not at all. But then, you know, I'm used to being home now, so I can't. I mean, that was what, 2011 is when I came back.
So you went there for
So-
3 years and you came back just because his tour of duty was
Yeah,
done?
he got out of the military. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
And so what were you doing with your life at that point, or what did you think that your future was going to be like?
I was 20.
So you didn't
I
know.
was like, let's have fun. Let's
I got a
party.
boyfriend. I'm
I
following
was
him to
21.
Japan.
I turned 21 in Japan. Like, you
And
know,
you didn't work for those 3 years, I assume, right?
No, I mean, I interviewed to teach English a couple times, and I got the job offer, and I was like, I don't think I want to do this.
Yeah.
And I just didn't. I was still working as a programmer, because when I moved, I basically that job I had in Virginia became a remote position. And so I was working remote as a programmer, here and there. And then eventually it just got too hard to maintain that like 12-hour difference or whatever that was back then. But yeah, just kind of lived it up and got to experience another culture at like a young age, which, you know, I did not realize at that point in my life how special of an experience that was. Like, I don't think I'll ever get an opportunity like that again, you know, unless I really made it. But
I mean, anybody could just move to a random country, right? But I guess it's a money
It's not
thing.
that easy. You have to like apply for the visas, then you have to leave after a certain amount of time. They won't let you get a job there. So if you don't have access to a remote position, you know, it's not really like feasible for a lot of people.
I don't know about anymore, but I know back then a lot of American people would come over and teach English, and they would work on visas that way.
Yeah.
And so, yeah.
So after that, what happens in your life?
Oh, after that, I moved back to America. I lived in the Pacific Northwest for a little while. I'm not going to get specific on where. And got a programming job out there. And got bored. I was tired of programming. I wanted to do something more. I'm super extroverted, and I want to be around people and talk to people and connect with people. And I've always been very sexual and curious about the world in general since I was like 18. So I learned about camming while I was still a programmer. And it's like, okay, it's on my computer. I'm always on my computer.
2 different ways to spend a lot of time on your computer. Yeah.
Bingo, right? So I was like, okay. And then I leaned into that. A lot of my fans were other like tech nerds like me, and we just had a lot of fun. And then from there, people, of course, started asking for more. Fans always want more, and they wanted to see me like actually, you know, on camera. Yeah. And I was like, oh, I don't know, but okay. I tried it with like one of my ex-partners, and it was so much fun. I was like addicted instantly.
You're doing it on live cam with him?
I was selling my videos. This is before OF, like on a different clip site.
I stream all the time and have conversations while I can see a chat talking about it, and it is like it fires you up and it pumps you up and it kind of tells you like what to talk about and gives you other opinions and stuff. And like the couple of times that we've done Plug Talk live streams where we can see and we can hear the donations coming in like while we're and stuff, it is pretty fun. It's a nice combo.
Yeah, I think I've only done one live
with another person?
with like a boy girl. I've done a couple of live girls, but like only one live boy girl, and it was so much fun. I cannot wait to do it again.
We used to do live in here.
Yeah.
Live was pretty intense. At a certain point.
Oh, you did do that?
Yeah.
We did. Yeah, for a while we would do like a long ass podcast in there, like a 2-hour podcast with like 8 stars, and then just come in here afterwards and just bang while live.
I forgot I did I did an for browsers with a bunch of people for Valentine's Day like 6 years ago.
But was it live?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the whole thing was live streamed. I don't know how I forgot about that until you just said that.
Definitely.
That was probably my craziest scene. I know that was like one of the things we'd talked about.
Can you guys like see the chat?
No, it was live streamed through like I guess just on the website. So it wasn't like a 4 tips. It was like a live streamed, and there was 2 separate rooms. There was the room and the not room. So there was no accidental happening.
Live streaming. I was just about to say that nobody would ever live stream because it's like so much could happen.